7. Signs that predict how long you'll live after 70. Scientifically proven. Welcome to Talk with John, your trusted space for realist stories and smart advice for life after 60. I'm John, and I've spent over 40 years working in the field of health and wellness for men and women in midlife and beyond. Let's dive into today's conversation. Aging comes faster than you expect. I still remember playing baseball with my son like it was yesterday. Now that boy is in his 40s, and I'm taking life one step at a time. But those steps are steady. With every passing year, I've learned to cherish time more deeply. And today I want to share something important with you. Your body is already giving you clues about how long you may live. Are you paying attention? Below are 7 signs, small hints your body offers, that may reveal whether you're on the path to longevity or drifting away from it. These aren't guesses. What I'm about to share is grounded in decades of medical research and lived experience, from both my clients and my own life. 1. Walking speed, a simple yet honest indicator. I remember my dear friend George. He's 78 now. Every morning he takes a 30-minute walk around the block, his stride brisk and confident, like he's still in his 50s. Folks in the neighborhood joke that he's aging backward, but I know better. George's walking pace is one of the best signs of long-term health. Did you know that older adults who can walk at a speed of 1 to 1.2 meters per second tend to live up to 10 years longer than those who walk more slowly? It makes sense. Brisk walking reflects muscle strength, good cardiovascular health, sharp coordination, and most importantly, mental alertness. I've seen this time and again. Older men coming in for a routine checkup who show slowed walking speed often begin facing complications like heart or respiratory issues or cognitive decline within just a couple of years. So if you notice yourself slowing down, losing balance, or needing to pause often, it's not just age, it's your body whispering, let's get moving again. Start walking regularly, even just short distances. Focus on your posture, breathe steadily, and keep your pace consistent. Use a cane if needed. Safety is part of longevity. 2. Your handshake. Strength isn't just in the arm. Back when I still ran a clinic, I made a habit of shaking hands with every male client who walked through the door. You'd be surprised how much you can tell from a handshake. Take Robert, one of my longtime friends, now 78. His handshake is still firm. He carries water jugs, opens jars with ease, and grips your hand with real presence. On the flip side, I've seen men in their early 70s who couldn't twist open a bottle without help. Here's something you may not know. Grip strength is one of the most reliable predictors of longevity in older adults. According to The Lancet, men with below-average grip strength have a 68% higher risk of dying within the next 5-10 years. And it's not just about muscles. Grip strength reflects overall physical activity, neurological health, and metabolism. A firm grip usually means someone is still walking, lifting, doing housework, still using their body, not just keeping it around. You can train this. Use a rubber ball, hand grippers, or just carry grocery bags regularly. What matters isn't fancy equipment, it's consistency. 3. Balance. Standing on one foot, holding on to independence. One of the simplest but most telling tests of your longevity after 70 is this. Can you stand on one foot for 10 seconds? No gadgets needed, just you, a clear space, and some focus. I remember Harold, a 75-year-old retired doctor. The first time I asked him to try it, he laughed, "John, I'm not a martial artist." But when he tried, he barely lasted 3 seconds. So he started practicing every day. 3 months later, he could stand for 15 seconds, and more importantly, he felt steady and confident walking again. According to the British Journal of Sports Medicine, people who can't stand on one foot for 10 seconds have nearly double the risk of death within 7 years. Why? Because balance isn't about looking graceful. It reflects brain coordination, nervous system function, hip-leg core strength, and sensory feedback from your feet. Lose it, and your risk of falling skyrockets. And after 70, a serious fall can be the first step toward losing independence altogether. You don't need a gym. Practice while brushing your teeth, walk heel to toe down the hall, or try light yoga or Tai Chi. Because maintaining your balance means maintaining your freedom. 4. Sleep, the rear-view mirror of your health. I had a friend named Henry, a man in his late 70s who lived alone but kept the most disciplined routine I've ever seen. Every night he went to bed at 10 p.m. sharp and woke up at 6 a.m. No phone in bed, no late-night TV. When I saw him years later, he was still sharp as a tack. He remembered every grandkid's name and even told me about a tech article he'd read that morning. Then there was Bill. Every time I saw him, he complained about his sleep. Woke up 3-4 times a night, sometimes to use the bathroom, sometimes from nightmares. By morning, he looked drained and couldn't focus on anything. Eventually, Bill developed high blood pressure, memory issues, and chronic anxiety. According to Harvard Medical School, people who sleep fewer than 5 hours a night have a 15% higher risk of early death compared to those who consistently sleep 6-8 hours. Why? Because sleep is when your body heals. Hormones stabilize, damaged tissue is repaired, your immune system strengthens, and your brain flushes out toxins, a critical process in preventing Alzheimer's. If you're struggling with sleep, start small. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m., turn off screens an hour before bed, play calming music, or switch to warm lighting at night. Don't let bad sleep become your new normal. It throws your entire biological system off track. Good sleep doesn't guarantee a long life, but poor sleep almost always guarantees a shorter, more exhausting one. 5. Appetite. Sitting. Are you eating to nourish or just to survive? One sign many people overlook is a change in appetite. After 70, if you still enjoy your meals, feel hungry at regular times, and feel satisfied afterward, that's a very good sign. I had a friend named Susan who used to be the family's main cook. She loved trying new recipes, but after her husband passed away, she stopped cooking, skipped meals, and told me she just didn't feel hungry anymore. Within a year, she lost over 10 pounds, felt weak, and began experiencing dizziness frequently. Research shows that a loss of appetite in older adults is often linked to hormonal shifts, diminished senses of taste and smell, depression, or underlying health conditions like diabetes, hypothyroidism, or even early-stage dementia. When you don't eat enough, especially protein and healthy fats, your body begins breaking down muscle to keep itself going. That leads to frailty, poor balance, and a much higher risk of falling. And when your diet suffers, so does your immune system, making recovery from illness even harder. Don't force yourself to eat more. Just eat smarter. Focus on fresh, high-protein foods like fish, eggs, tofu, along with vegetables and fruit. Break your meals into smaller portions throughout the day. Add color, flavor, and even social moments to make eating enjoyable again. Because a healthy appetite is one of the clearest signs that your body still wants to thrive. 6. How you handle stress. Silent but deeply impactful. Over the years, I've met many people who lived into their 90s. What they had in common wasn't perfect health, a strict diet, or lots of money. It was this: they knew how to let go of stress. Chronic stress causes your body to release cortisol, a hormone that, when elevated too long, can trigger inflammation, high blood pressure, poor sleep, and a weakened immune system. A European study even found that seniors with higher cortisol levels in the morning had significantly higher mortality rates. I once worked with a man named Richard. Though he was retired and financially secure, he constantly worried about politics, gas prices, and even his neighbor's dog. His heart raced, he slept poorly, and his health declined faster than expected. Then there's another John, same name as me, a friend who lived simply. Not because life was easier, but because he knew where to draw the line. He read every morning, walked every evening, played chess with his grandkids, and most importantly, didn't sweat what he couldn't control. If you want to live long, you have to lighten your load. Whether it's meditation, deep breathing, journaling, gardening, anything that brings you peace can help add years to your life. Because stress might not show up on a blood test, but it will show up in the way your body ages. 7. Social connections. The anchor that keeps you steady. I saved this for last, not because it's the least important, but because it might be the most. Your relationships. No one thrives in isolation. There's a famous Harvard study that's been ongoing for over 80 years now. Its biggest finding? The best predictor of happiness and longevity isn't cholesterol, genetics, or IQ. It's the quality of your relationships. Let me tell you about Eleanor. She's 82 now, still attends a book club, makes regular phone calls to friends, and loves hosting potlucks with her neighbors. She once told me, Even when I'm under the weather, a call from an old friend can lift me right up. Then there's Barbara. Same age, same neighborhood, but rarely talks to anyone. Her kids are busy, and she doesn't want to bother anyone. Over time, she started forgetting things, spoke less, and was eventually diagnosed with mild depression. Connection doesn't have to mean dozens of friends, a handful of meaningful conversations, a few true companions, and a sense of being seen and heard can nourish your spirit like nothing else. And a well-fed spirit helps keep your body strong. Finally, you see, living a long life isn't some medical mystery. It's the result of everyday choices, simple things you can start adjusting today. The 7 signs I've shared with you are like small mirrors, reflections your body offers to show you a glimpse of what lies ahead. And if you notice you're falling short in one area, don't worry, most of them can be improved. Start gently, take more walks, squeeze your hands each day to keep your grip strong, practice balance while brushing your teeth, go to bed on time, eat a full, nourishing breakfast, cut back on negative news, and call that old friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Because longevity isn't just about living longer. It's about living well, living actively, having someone to talk to, and having a reason to smile. I hope this message gave you a little spark to take better care of yourself. And if you found it helpful, please like video and share it with someone you love. You might just help them enjoy a longer, more fulfilling life too. Thank you for watching the Talk with John channel. I'm John. See you in the next episode.